Rules are critical to define how aspects of the PCB should be completed. If rules are not applied accurately and reviewed during the design process, it can lead to incorrect operation, an unmanufacturable board, or a complete redesign, especially as designs increase in complexity. This how-to will provide step-by-step instructions on how to use constraints and design rule checks in OrCAD X Presto. Select Tools Constraint Manager from the menu. There are several constraint categories available in OrCAD, including rules for physical, electrical, spacing, manufacturing, rigid flex designs, 3D clearances, and more. For this how-to, we will configure electrical and physical rules for a differential pair. Select the electrical domain from the worksheet selector, then select Electrical Constraint Set, Routing, Differential Pair worksheet. Constraint sets contain multiple rules for easy assignment to nets in the design. Right-click in the table and select Create Electrical C-Set. Name the C-Set DP and click OK. Set the gather control to ignore, the maximum uncoupled length to 5.08, and the static phase tolerance to 0.508. Click Enter or Tab on the keyboard to move to the next cell. Now that the constraint set is created, it needs to be assigned to specific nets in the design. Expand the Net Routing Differential Pair worksheet. Select the DP C-Set from the drop-down in the referenced Electrical C-Set column for DPD. Assigning the constraint set at the top level of the differential pair will assign the associated rules to each net in the differential pair. Next, let's configure the physical rules required for this differential pair. Select the physical domain from the worksheet selector. Expand the Physical Constraint Set folder and select the All Layers worksheet. Right-click the default constraint set and select Create Physical C-Set. Name the constraint set DP and click OK. Set the minimum line width to 0.127 and the primary gap to 0.127. With a constraint set created for the physical rules, the constraint set needs to be assigned to the differential pair nets. Select the Net All Layer worksheet in the physical domain. Select the DP C-Set from the drop-down in the referenced Physical C-Set column for DPD. For differential pair rules to be automatically checked during the PCB layout, they must first be activated. Select Analyze Analysis Modes from the Constraint Manager menu. Select Electrical from the Analysis Modes list and check the box for all differential pair checks to turn on constraints for differential pairs. Select Apply and OK, and close the Constraint Manager window. Within the OrCAD Presto canvas, constraints can be easily reviewed. In the Properties panel, select All Objects to turn off all objects, then select Nets to filter only net objects. Select Net D- from X1. Select the Constraints mode in the Properties panel. The physical and electrical constraints for the differential pair are shown. Select All Objects under the Selection filter to turn on all objects. Let's take a look at what happens during routing when constraints are assigned. Select the Add Connect button from the toolbar. Zoom in and out of the board as needed with the plus and minus keys on the keyboard, respectively. Select one of the pins of the differential pair. Both nets are activated and routed together. Click to place a trace on the PCB canvas as needed. Any traces that will violate constraints are highlighted in white while routing. Scroll down in the Properties panel. Here you will see a heads-up display that provides real-time feedback on adherence to constraints during routing. Click to complete the routing. Any design rule violations are flagged with a DRC marker. Select the arrow icon from the toolbar, then select a blank space in the PCB canvas when done. DRC errors can be viewed, filtered, and analyzed directly in the OrCAD X Presto canvas. View the Status section of the Properties panel. Any DRC violations are reported in a pie chart. Select a section of the pie chart or the hyperlinked DRC errors reported to open the search panel. This will display all the DRC errors for easy location and review. Double-click a line item in the search panel to be brought to the location on the PCB. Next, let's correct the design rule error. Select the slide icon on the toolbar. Click to select a trace of the differential pair. Move the mouse to the desired location, then click to place. View the Status section in the Properties panel. The DRC is out of date. Select the refresh icon to run the design rule check. The DRC is up to date and all errors have been resolved. Efficiently use constraints and design rule checks to ensure design intent throughout the PCB layout, save time, and produce a successful board with OrCAD X Presto. For more tutorials, visit us at resources.ema-eda.com. And don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.